What up, everybody? Max Cavalera here, Soulfly, and this is fucking badass. Stay metal, motherfuckers.
A pleasure, Max. Evan J. Thomas, Badass Productions. So, how has the traveling been with you lately?
It's been great, man. I freaking love touring. I'm born for this, you know. I like touring more than home.
Yeah.
If I could, I would live in a tour bus, man, you know, and I just love, like, seeing different people every night and meeting the fans. You know, like, we have a kick-ass show every night, and touring with a great band like Nio is also, like, a lot of fun.
Always helps.
So yeah, you know, but it's not all fun. There's like the grueling. There's some stuff to happen. You know, I hurt my back 4 days ago, and it's been hurting like hell, man. You know, but the show must have gone.
Yeah,
as they say. You know.
How have you been combating the neck?
Some pads.
Stretching.
Pads. You know, like. But yeah, it's cool, man. I love touring. The tour is great, man. You know, I love the set list we got going. We actually got help from the fans to make the set list. My son was like,
really?
You know, Instagram asking the fans what they wanted to hear, and we kind of created a really fan-oriented set list that the fans want to hear. You know, so we play a little bit of every record, a lot of older stuff, a lot of Dark Ages, Prophecy, Soulfly 3, Primitive, Soulfly 1. And then a couple things of the older records like Conquer and Omen and Archangel. You know, we do Sodomites from Archangel. But it's been just a lot of fun, man. Every night, a lot of the shows are really good crowd, we're packed, and we're just enjoying it, man. You know, I live for this. I'm a metalhead, you know, for life.
You've been doing it forever.
I love listening to metal, discovering new bands, checking them out, get their shirts, help them out, support the underground, and then of course do what I do, like my own stuff, you know. But it's so cool, like when you get to do cool packages like this, Soulfly Nio, you know, Soulfly Suffocation was awesome. Return to Roots and Immolation and Full Hell, you know. Those are amazing packages that people go and see in the variety. I mean, Nio is completely different from us. That's what makes it so cool. You know, it's completely, but they're just such cool guys and such a good band, and makes just for a great night of metal for everybody. You know, it's like everybody leaves freaking happy, man. You know, soaked and happy.
Yes, exactly.
And I do a lot of meet and greets after the show, so the feedback I'm getting from the fans is amazing. They are really loving it, and they're really excited for our new records coming out in July.
I was just gonna say, what are you guys working on? So you have the new record coming out in July.
I do.
Any tidbits on what it involves?
Well, it's really it was really well produced. I work a lot on the songs with the guys, and then with our producer Josh Wilbur, which is like most famous for the stuff for Lamb of God, but he also did Gojira and Trivium and you know, Killer Be Kill. And Josh is a big fan. He's just a real Max fan, and he say he made the record not as a producer, but as a fan.
Gotcha.
So that was like really cool and different, and the end result is actually a record that's a bit of a throwback to the early Soulfly, pays homage to the early stuff, like Primitive, Soulfly 1, kind of like the tribal stuff is there, kind of like the, you know, a lot of real heavy grooves, and then there's a lot of real fast stuff that I love because I listen to extreme.
Like you said, metal, straight up.
Like full-on metal, and so the record is really cool. To be like jokingly, it's called, you know, tribal death thrash, because that's kind of what it feels like. It's got the tribal vibe, but it's got the death thrash element that I love, you know. Because I love death metal and black metal, and I also love thrash metal, so I put all that together in a hardcore. I mean, it's all good, man. It's all metal, and I love it all.
It's fantastic. Do you have the name for the album yet?
No.
Nothing. You have any singles?
It'll come to me, you know. I like simple names, and I don't go that crazy over. I've been naming records now for nearly 30 years. years, and there's been a couple really classic ones like Roots and Chaos AD and Prophecy. Dark Ages were actually one of my favorite names. I like simple. I like simplicity, so it should be probably a simple name again. You know, like on the same line as
yes, it works.
Like Prophecy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just like the simplicity of it. I think it's the less is more kind of feeling. It works more for my kind of stuff.
So you don't want like a 10-word album name?
Nothing complicated, man. Nothing that people get like, oh yeah, the name is like, yeah, I forgot. It's like 10 pages long.
Yeah, exactly. So you're always on the road. You said you love being on the road.
Yeah.
So is there a venue or a city or a location that you've never been to that you want to play?
I love to tour more Middle East, you know, Dubai. We have a lot of fans in that part of the world, you know, a lot of fans in Iran, and I was lucky enough to play Israel with Ozzy a couple of years ago. It was really cool. We have some good friends. That Marrakesh guys are friends of ours. They're based in you know, they go back and forth from between Israel and Amsterdam. And some places in Africa also, like Egypt, and I've been to Tunisia actually by myself. I did a jam with the Tunisian metal band.
How was the crowd when you played there?
Crazy awesome, man. Yeah, it was like a 1,000-year-old harem, and it was on the sea, and there was like 1,000 metalheads. They all went nuts. I played 2 Soulfly songs. I believe it was Prophecy and Eye for an Eye, and 3 Sepultura songs. I think it was Roots, Refuse to Resist, and Territory. So it was great, man. You know, like they went nuts. I love doing stuff like that, and it was just me, and I didn't even have a band. I just was invited.
Just by yourself?
Just by myself, yeah. Those are kind of the places I'm looking for, but I also like, you know, we just did an album run, and we did 17 shows in Canada. That was fantastic. Like we went to little cities like Timmins and Thunder Bay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You know,
you can hit those up and kind of bring out the new crowds.
Only like 150 people at the show, but it didn't matter.
You rocked the hell out of them.
Yeah, and it was, they never had anything like that in that town ever, so it was like completely, I almost feel like braving a new world, you know, like
for sure.
Pioneers, explorers, you know.
Yeah, and then they see you and they're like, oh my God, there's Max.
Yeah,
he's killing it.
Really cool, man, really cool. So I love doing stuff like that, and then some of the places we've been 1,000 times, it just gets better every time, like New York. Our New York show on this tour was amazing. It was ridiculous, like it was so good. We couldn't do no wrong. It was like just like amazing vibe in the air. Like tonight, looking forward for tonight's show, you know. So we've been here a bunch of times.
Yeah.
It's always,
last time I saw you was at the Patio, I think it was Patio Theater in Chicago. That's the Max Cavalera Experience, or the Cavalera Conspiracy.
Yeah.
And you guys killed it there with a bunch of other openers.
So, you know, like, I like to go and explore different places, but sometimes going back to same locations is also really good. Like, because it's different, you know, this tour is different than the last tour.
Yeah.
Every tour is different, playing different songs. Like, I'm really excited on this tour that we're doing Mars, actually. We haven't done Mars in a long time, and Mark brings out the flamenco guitar.
Yeah.
And it's just so, it's so killer, man. It's just like so different from everything else that's out there. It's so cool.
So when you're on the road too, is there a specific, especially if you've hit the same city a bunch of times, do you like going to the same restaurants, or do you have food on the bus, or do you like just your normal go-to spots when you go to a specific city?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of places. We're like, oh yeah, I remember this place has a kick-ass, restaurant. Yesterday there was a real kick-ass Mexican food right next door to the venue, Dayton, Ohio. Yeah. Everybody went there.
Well, especially on Cinco de Mayo, man.
Yeah, it was great, and
were you dancing to some salsa?
Nah.
No, you weren't getting down?
Flamenco is as close as we got, but it's kind of, touring is it's fun, but it's really crazy. Like a lot of times, it's like you get a lot of real bad fucking food. You know, you get freaking
like Denver
pizza every night. You know,
like here in Chicago, obviously New York and Chicago,
good pizza.
That's where you get the pizza.
That's where you get the pizza.
You know, like beefs here, you get them here. You know, obviously certain cities have.
But I don't mind. I'm so used to it. It's like it doesn't really bother me. I mean, but I love checking out. I like also checking out the cities itself. You know, like museums, different, just the neighborhood itself. I really love exploring. You know, as much as I can. You know, in fact, after the interview, I might go for a walk here.
So say you get on a bicycle or a skateboard and just walk around.
Yeah, I just walk. Put some music on and just start walking.
Well, the river is right over that way, so you know I kind of wander over there. Just don't fall in.
All right.
Don't need that to happen. So in life, obviously you've been done so much. What motivates you going forward now?
I just love metal, and I think the passion of the metal fans, it's something that's amazes me. And now I think with technology, it's just I believe it got better because I think it's well, you have things like today, like the connects people, you know. Let's see, you know, we met with the Misery Index guys, you know, and we take some pictures and they put on their Instagram, and it gets real excited. More people sees that. We play with Morbid Angel, and I was talking to Steve Tucker, and I went on their page just for fun, and on his Instagram, and there's a picture of Soulfly that he posted saying how amazing our show was. You know, that's cool. That connects people, and that's bands people. You know, that's really cool. I think the metal community needs more of that. I believe it. You know, I believe the metal bands need to tour more with each other, needs to support more each other. There's no competition, not competing with anybody. I want everybody to do good, to be good.
We gotta tell everybody that exactly what you just said. No competing with each other, play together.
Yeah, man.
Play, you know, be better than yourself tomorrow. Not better than that guy, not better than that guy, better than yourself.
Exactly, and you know, I just love it. You know, like to me, motivation. You know, I had my kind of hardcore partying days. A lot of it were Sepultura days, where I just drink hard, tons of drugs, you know, and then I kind of did so much that I don't kind of reach my limit.
Yep.
So I've been kind of like straight edge for 12 years or so, and it's cool. You get to like really enjoy more. It's kind of fun, you know. It's like no hangovers anymore.
Yeah, you could just
stuff like that.
Fuck out just
you need to. You know, your priorities become more clear, more focused. You know, like to me, my priorities now is make good music, try to play good, try to give a good show as much as you can, you know, and create new music. You know, like a lot of people like the last Cavalera record, Psychosis. We haven't even toured for that yet. You know, that's on the tour plans for the future. And I just finished the Soulfly record. I did a little bit of jamming with Killer BQ. That's for later, you know, in the year. So, yeah, man, just loving it, doing it, you know. And I love when the fans come to me with stories like how much the music has really helped them or mean something for them or whatever, man. You know, it's like they're like, I know you heard this a million times, but your music really helped. I'm like, and I'll be like, no, listen, man, I really love what you're saying right now. I really think it's so cool that the stuff I write helps and gets through some hard times.
Exactly. I mean, there's so many bands that have done that for me. Just music alone does it for me. I mean, that's my outlet. Right. It's like, you know,
well, it's like we have a shirt out there that says music is my weapon.
Yep.
You know,
I actually need to get that.
Totally true. Like when I'm depressed or something, I always put some good metal in it. It just makes it better.
When I work out at the gym, put on some hardcore shit. Just go crazy with it.
Go nuts.
On your albums, you do a lot of guest appearances. Who has been some of your favorites? I know it's hard to name them.
That's hard.
I know it's hard to leave somebody out, but you don't have to answer that fully. Is there anyone that stands out to you?
Yeah, I mean, like throughout the years, you know, and I don't really kind of measure them by their success. That doesn't really, it's not how I count the excitement for some of the guests, because I was as excited to have somebody like Todd from Nails on Archangel as I was when I had Tom Araya from Slayer on Primitive. Some of my favorite guys has been like really some of my most memorable ones, the early stuff. Chino was on the record twice, on the first one, and
we had Fred Durst kill it with Bleed. So.
Bleed was great. We had was really cool work with Sean Lennon on Primitive. Was a total cool guy, like amazing personality, not big headed at all, and his dad's John Lennon, just like
exactly, can't go
freak
wrong.
everybody out, and then there's been some really some of my favorite personal heroes, like Roger from Agnostic Front on Cavalera, Justin from Godflash on Cavalera Psychosis, it's a lot of great ones, a lot of like really
it's hard to put them all together.
It's hard to put all, but I love all of them, and I'm fans with all their bands, so to me it's kind of, and I think it's really cool when you get take somebody out of his element, like we did with Tom Araya. We took him out of the Slayer element and put him into a Soulfly element, which is kind of weird,
a little off.
And but it works out good,
Exactly.
So it's we had David Vincent from Morbid Angel and Blood, Fire, War, Hate. Blood, Fire, War, Hate became one of the big songs, one of the biggest songs we ever did. It's like an anthem now, man. It's so cool to play that live. And we had Greg from doing your escape plan on Rise of the Fallen. I actually ended up, because of Rise of the Fallen, I ended up creating Killer Be Killed with Greg and Troy from Mastodon, which is a kick-ass project. We're gonna work on our second record, hopefully for next year.
So some of the new music that's out there, what have you been kind of listening to? Because you just said earlier, you like finding out new bands, new music. Who are some of the ones recently that's like really hitting you hard?
Bloody Contagion, for sure.
Okay. There you go.
Right now. Yeah, fucking killer. Oh man, I don't know. I love the new Home record. I love the new Genocide Pact. There's just been so many great releases already.
I know. That's the problem. There's so much out there.
Even last year we had Gate Creeper. I thought it was great. Bozer I thought was amazing. The Hero record was amazing. And then you have all the stuff that I kind of like just check out different stuff all the time, so I like Jesus Peace is really good. Mammoth Grinders new record Kills. Yeah, man, I'm a big metal fan. I'm a metalhead.
That's understandable, and I get that. When you look at other music, is there like a guilty pleasure band or song that you like? So say like Justin Timberlake or somebody like that. Is there something out there that you can admit to that you could be like, yeah, I've actually listened to this and it's pretty fucking awesome? Something out of what people would normally think you to listen to.
I don't know. I mean, I'm forced to listen to pop sometime when I'm driving with my grandkids.
Yeah.
Because they like that shit. But nothing really.
Nothing really good. Huh?
No, man. It's
really
plastic music. It's bullshit. It's just not coming from the heart, man. I mean, I don't know, like.
Or just any other band, kind of, I'd say. I don't know.
I mean, I like a
Weezer.
I like a lot of like the classic stuff. I like like some of the new wave stuff. Actually, I thought it was really good.
So from the 80s.
Yeah, some of that Tears for Fears.
There you go. That's perfect.
Even like Cars,
Hall & Oates.
B-52s, Devo. The whole era was really cool.
Good stuff, man.
And like even influenced some of my early U2 had a big influence on Beneath the Remains. People don't know that, but a lot of the lyrics
of Beneath
the Remains were inspired by a lot of the U2 old lyrics.
right, last one. With all the music you put out, what's your most proud accomplishment? I know it might be hard to answer.
Probably Soulfly 1, the hardest record I ever made, because it was like coming out of Sepultura, and I just got done helping the Deftones on their second record, Around the Fur. That was my first recording after leaving Sepultura. It was Head Up, and I gave them the riffs, they love it, and it was a kind of a period for 6 months I didn't do it. I was completely darkness, depression, man. I was just drugs and alcohol. I didn't want nothing to do with music anymore. And then just kind of like came out of it, man. Like come out of a coma,
Mm-hmm.
And
you have a renaissance.
and then the Head Up came out, and then I wrote No and Eye for an Eye as a kind of a demo tape. And really good people helped me, like Gloria and my family, really, even Ozzy was great. I know we had a dinner at his house, and it was all like telling me stuff like, it's up to you to get back on the track, man, and I was like, man, it's fucking, if you would have told Teenage Max that Ozzy's giving tips, I would have shit myself.
If you were to tell a 20-year-old me that I'm sitting here with you, I would have been shitting
so
myself.
it's like, that first record was real hard to do it, but it was also fun because it was like exactly what the song No Hope No Fear means. It's exactly how I was mentally. Like, I had no really hope, so I don't really have any fear, so you just let it go, don't care, just do whatever. And that record captured that moment, man, which was like really vulnerable moment, but very truthful moment also. That it's very hard to get to that. It's not comfortable at all.
Not
It was
at all.
not.
I've been there.
It was not a fun record to make, and we had fun making it, but it was like very difficult to get
Emotional.
the right stuff out, but I'm super proud of that record now. In fact, that record was actually gold in America before Roots. So they sold even more than even Roots, and it was in the days that people bought CDs. We don't have those anymore,
It's all
unfortunately. But
Downloads.
yeah, I think that is definitely one of my favorite accomplishments, is the first Soulfly.
That's awesome. So obviously we have the new album coming out in July, not titled yet. We have your show tonight, which will be the first time I've seen Soulfly live in 20 years.
All
Which
right.
will be fucking amazing, because I saw you guys at the Vic Theater in Chicago in 1998.
Nice.
That was the last time I saw the Soulfly's.
Cool.
Man, so
Well, you're in for a treat.
I can't wait. I really appreciate your time today.
Thanks, man.
So thank you. And
I am what I create.